A decent performance today, mate, against a very good side. We deserved something from that, didn't we?
First half we weren't great. They probably deserved to be 2 or 3 up, to be honest, but Sean's pulled off a couple of worldy saves. And obviously at 1-0 you're still in the game. Said that at half time, and probably on the second half performance we deserved something out the game. But I suppose that's why they're top of the league. They've found a way to win a game, which is tough on the lads. I said I'm proud of every one of them. Obviously we've got 2 young reserve team players on the bench as well, so the squad's been a bit thin the last few weeks. Billy coming back on was good. So overall disappointed. But there's positives we can take from the game, because we've got aspirations to get in the playoffs, and if we can perform second half to that level, then you never know what'll happen.
How was Aiden? That challenge at the end wasn't good, was it?
Yeah, he's got stud marks down from his knee, just below his knee, all the way down his shin. I think it was like the follow through that you see on the TV. But hopefully it's just an impact injury and we can get him ready for next week, because he's a big player for us.
The subs did well today, they made a difference. Billy did well, as did Craigsy and Posty.
Yeah, well, Billy's been... We have to look after Billy. I think what people forget is he's not played much football for best part of 2 years. And I think he's been picking up little injuries, coming back, and he was just starting to hit form and he pulled his thigh. So it's good that he's come on and got a good 35 minutes under his belt. We know what we're going to get from Craigsy.
He's got a good goal.
Great finish, top finish, and that's why he's still here, because that's what he can bring. And Posty's been a bit unlucky the last few weeks, but he's gave everything all season. I've said that to him up at the Hebburn game. He's been one of our most consistent players up until the last 3 or 4 games.
He looks very good coming on late on when teams.
Yeah. But to be fair to him, he's given us that all season, so it's a great asset to have on the bench and bring on. So, it was good to get the goal, but disappointing to concede straight after scoring, really.
The lad with the long throw caused some problems, didn't he?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks on the bounce.
He can throw it farther than and kick it.
I might go and try and sign someone like that, because they're dangerous then. It's football. I said it about Liversidge. Marske, they play the way they do, and it's effective, and it wins football matches, and that's what the game's all about. And they've got some very, very good footballers, don't get me wrong, and they play in the right areas in the opposition's half, which is, again, I like that. So I wish them all the best.
What would you do with that penalty decision? It's nice to see your linesman standing his ground with the referee, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously the forwards fell on the floor and pulled our player on top of him. I think when he blew the whistle, everyone's turned round to come back our way, and obviously he's the only one running towards the spot. And I think fair play to the linesman, young lad, stood his ground, and I seen what he said to him, and he'd said that I think he got it the wrong way round. But just have to get on with him.
Do we miss David Atkinson today?
I thought Che had a very good game, and Trotter had another decent game, but Aki's, for me, and I said it this morning, I think he's been, along with Che, one of probably the top 5 players that I've seen in this league this season on a consistent level. So when you have big players missing like that, and we forget we've not got Dean either, who's, what was he, 3rd top scorer in the league, and Billy. When you add them 3 big players into the mix, hopefully in the next week or 2 we'll be back to full strength.
That's sweet, he got an injury, he came off limping.
He had a dead calf, that's why he came off. I was looking over to the bench thinking, I think it's about my time, but Sweet he took a knock. We have to look after him because we're going to need him, and he's been in good form. He didn't quite fall for him today, but he's been in good form, so hopefully he's all right for next week.
And Alex picked up his 10th yellow today, which means he's got a suspension.
Yeah.
It's not good news, is it?
No, and with 6 games left, we've played a lot of football. I think it's a bit harsh, especially centre halves. 10 yellows and there's 6 games left. I think he's done really well, but again, we just have to get on with it. We'll have David Atkinson, Kurt, Billy, all available for next week. So as you know, hopefully we can reshuffle the pack a little bit.
We had a couple missing today for reasons other than injury or suspension. Does that not wind you up?
Yeah, it's disappointing at this stage of the season. But lads, again, I say it, lads have lives, and we have to understand that at part-time football level. It's disappointing, don't get me wrong, but them lads now have got to come back with that little bit of fire in the belly. And I said to the lads after the game there, I said that game should give you that bit of fire in your belly to go and finish the job that they've done all season. So, you know, hopefully we can use that as a bit of a platform for the last 6 games.
And you mentioned Dean Thexton, he's got 7 goals in 2 games for the reserves. There's some going there, isn't it?
Yeah, well, any level of football, Dean can finish. He's a natural finisher, and we miss him. You know, we don't. He creates a lot of chances on his own, causes problems. So we are looking forward to getting him back, and it helps us that, you know, he's not just sat there doing it, nothing. He's there with the reserves, scoring goals, which is good. So when he comes back in for, I think it's the Worksop game, after his Ossett game was the last one, so the following game after that, he'll be good to go.
Worksop are our nearest challengers for the playoffs, and they drew today, so with 6 games remaining, with 5 points ahead, the playoffs are still looking good, aren't they?
Well, we've just got to keep ticking them off. I'm not going to say they are guaranteed, because until they're mathematically done. But these players, in my opinion, these players deserve that chance because they've given everything all season. We've got a small squad, and I think, you know, anything can happen towards the end of the season. So we have to be consistent, and I'd love to see us getting, you know, just for the players, because they've put shift in for 7-8 months, including pre-season on top of that, travelling about, first season at this level for little old Shildon. Why not? Let's go and have a go.
And we've got Ossett away next week. They came to Dean Street a few weeks ago and got a draw, so are you expecting a tough game?
Yeah, I thought they were a decent side. The conditions didn't help that day. I remember it was a game of 2 halves. So hopefully, away games, difficult games, all of them. Found that last week at Tadcaster we started well, but we've just got to go down there and be professional and get some points.
Thank you for that.
Cheers, mate.
Unlucky today.
Cheers, bud.